Let's go to the next technique. Whenever you find yourself in different positions, you always have to be aware of the openings for the omoplata lock. And this is what we're going to see now. For example, sometimes I get my opponent in a triangle choke like this, but I'm not able to finish. Why? He might block the triangle by bringing his arm underneath my hips. Once he does that, it is hard for me to move my hips away. Why? He's blocking me. So he's using his right arm underneath my hips, and he takes the mobility away from me. Now, I can no longer finish the triangle. So what I will do instead is to throw my leg on top of his shoulder. Notice that he's really controlling my hips, but my legs are still free to move. And since I cannot move my hips, but I can move my legs, I'm going to use my left leg to chop down, bringing his head towards the ground. Why do I sometimes prefer the omoplata instead of finishing the triangle? Because especially if the guy is big, I have short legs, so it's hard for me to try to finish the triangle there. I have problems finishing that choke, so he doesn't feel enough pressure in order to tap. So my alternative here is to use my leg instead to chop my opponent down. So why would I insist on a triangle if there's no way I can finish it? So just use your left leg to bring him down towards the ground. Once I get to that position there, I'm going to throw my foot in front of his face, throw my leg back, and now once again move towards his shoulder. Whenever possible, I want to stay on top of him. Why? Because that way it's easy to prevent his escapes. So I got the triangle in position, and he used this arm wrapping around my hips. Now I won't be able to move my hips in order to get the choke deeper. So now I have to have another alternative. If I wait too long, he's going to escape it. So as soon as he uses that arm around, I'm going to chop down with the leg, always moving my leg towards the shoulder or his head in order to bring him lower than me. So my goal is to chop down with the right leg and get him lower. So use a pendulum motion and move my opponent down. Raise directly towards the shoulder. And now you don't need to be sideways. Just come straight towards the shoulder. Throw the legs back and finish the lock. Always bringing the shoulder towards the ground like this. So he's low, I throw my legs back, and I move towards the shoulder.